Alright, by request, here is a quick video to show you how to change out all of the gears inside the new all-metal tail transmission assembly. So I've got the side panel taken off, not because I need to for this, but I'm actually getting ready to finish plugging in all of my servo wires back into the Robird. So I needed to take the side off so that I could do that, and then I'll button it back down. You do not need the side panel off for this operation though, so if I mock this back on, just imagine that you can do everything with the side panel on. However, with it off, it helps me also demonstrate and show you what it looks like. So don't think you have to take the side panel off for this. But at any rate, essentially I've already loosened these up. I've taken off the one screw on the side here, holding the front, and the screw on the top, and that allows me to pull off this top thing. And when you pull it off, it tends to want to come off with the gear set. You can just pull that apart. There's a bearing up at the top, and then there's a bearing stuck down in the bottom one, as you can see right here. So if you needed to change the bearing, you'll probably need to take the whole thing out, or at least grab it from the bottom. Even with the side panel on, if you took off your rear servo, you'd have access to the bottom one. So, just a side note there. But at any rate, so these are pretty easy to change, and the question was, how do you get this one out? Also very easy. It's actually just fit in there. The easiest way for me to do it is with the tail boom out, is you can literally just stick a driver in there and just push. It's just basically pressed in. There's two bearings and this little aluminum sleeve surrounding your plastic gear, and you could essentially pull all this apart. Those bearings are kind of pressed onto that plastic, but I don't really want to pull them all apart. But that's basically how it comes apart. I'm trying to work it with my finger now. You can already see it's starting to loosen up. So I'm working that off the plastic. Come on, baby. If you talk nice to it, it wants to work better. But you can see it's starting to loosen up. But those are just pressed on there, and I'll press them back down tight. And then to put it back in, let's imagine I'm doing this from the top, because that's one of the selling features, right? So let's stick that in there. There we go. So this is with the side panel on, right? So what you'd want to do is just reach down in there and push that bad boy back in. So once you get the first bearing in there, you might have to wiggle to get that little collar just right. Might take a little bit of coercion, but as you can see, it'll slip back in there, and then this will pop in to that bottom bearing if you like. I think it's easier, honestly, to stick this into the top first, and the direction would be this little cutout would face down. So it would go like that. And then once you have that, slip that down in there. And then remember, you've got your servo wires, if you have wires running through there, that are going to have to go on top of that. So you'll have to sort out how best to do that. I'm just going to pull this up out of the way. There we go. So once you get your wire on top, it makes it a little bit easier. And then just slip that down in there. And then put your screws back on. And as you can see, let me pull the side off again. As you can see, everything is back and working. So if you didn't want to take off your tail boom to push that thing through with a driver or whatever, you know, you could pull this out and then literally you know, grab something. If you're changing this out anyway, you could probably, without too much work, I don't want to ding up these gears. This is a brand new gear, but you could probably take something like a driver and just push it out this way. But anyway, it just slides right on out. Like I said, it's just kind of pressed in there. So hopefully that helps. And that's it. Thanks for watching.